In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to make a UI element that would allow me to play with color matrices in real time instead of having to write down a bunch of numbers and then test it. And so I did that, and we're going to get to that in a second, but I just wanted to go over how simple this was. I just created all these boxes and then created some functions that would spit out the same kind of box every time, and a little bit of text format for right here just so I get the size the way I want. And then this button, and I created this function that spits out these button states, dumped them all in the button. But how I got it all to get on the screen was pretty slick. Instead of having to go add child, add child, add child, I just used the reflect method to get all these, to concoct all these names. Basically, this is the equivalent of keying all these properties, and then just use math to get all the padding and spacing and all that stuff correct. And even use these two loops to get zeros and ones in all the proper boxes, and it did add child. So instead of having to write all kinds of crazy stuff under each one of these to manually put them where they are, I just did it all in a loop. And actually I reused that loop idea here in order to get all the text from those text fields and parse it to a float to fill up our filter array for the color matrix, and then reuse that array to, I'm sorry, that's a different array. But yeah, so this little simple quickie thing brings us to this. I'm gonna use a Flash version on this one. It doesn't matter what version I use there. Well, I mean, if it was Neko or JavaScript, it's going to be fucking garbage, but I could use the Flash or the Windows. I'm going to get perfectly good performance for what I need to do here. About another second, it should load up. Sorry, it's a little slow. There's just so much going on, and there we go. Alright, so you see, there's my little UI. It's crappy, but it's neat, and it's ready. This whole map loads up already giving these textures a 3-3-3 scenario to brighten them up. And then the custom filter runs, which does the whole thing that we explained in the last video. So that being the case, I mean, if we just do this, it's just going to bring everything back to how it would look if we did nothing. So we add the 3, we add the 3, we add the 3 back, and that's going to get us, you know, back to our nice bright map. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it, and then we'll modify from here. The thing is, in the last one we had values something like 0.32, 0.73 I think, and 0.13, but that's of these 3. So now we have to multiply. So 32 times 3, we're going to call that 1. We're going to call this 1. 3 times 0.73, that's like 2.19. We're just going to call it 2. And then for these, we're just going to call it, I can't add right now, 0.4. There we go. And now we should be pretty much back at our black and white. And there we go. But I also now have the ability to just keep modifying those numbers until I get exactly what I want. But I don't really want anything. I don't even care. I just wanted the ability to allow for custom filters, and also, just because this makes it nicer, I have a UI to where we just constantly test right here in the map instead of having to write it in JSON and constantly dump the file into the zip and restart it and all that. It'd be much better to just get it real time and then copy these values in the end. And I still intend to make it to where all this stuff can be saved. There will eventually just be like a Control-S situation, and all these types of things will automatically build their own JSON, package it up in a zip file with the map and a lit. And that's it. You can do a lot of stuff with this. I mean, actually, if I change this to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, well, actually, I should be changing this to probably more like 2, 2, 2. Yeah. We should get a completely black and white situation out of this. And there you go. It's a little bright though. I probably could have stuck with the 1, 1, 1. Because it's all being multiplied. So it's already being, like right now it's like 6 times everything. Let's try that. Let's just see what 1, 1, 1 gets us. Even though really we should be balancing this out. Those normalization ratios that I showed you earlier should still apply right now. But I'm not worried about that. We're just having fun. So there you go. Actually, that doesn't look bad. Man, that is so bright. That's just like blown out. Look at that lava. Looks crazy. So that is yet again one more example of, oh, you know where all this color's coming from? That's the lit map. Nice. So we have black and white with colored light maps. That's funny. I wonder what it looks like up here. Oh yeah. Wow. So yeah, I guess I should probably make it to where this could be applied to the light map too. I think it should be a second one though. There's no reason why I can't reuse this box for the, whoops, sorry about that, for the light maps as well. I hate it when my mouse, there we go. Yeah, that looks crazy, but you get the idea. So that is, yet again, custom color matrix filters.